Welcome to Crypto Corner, everyone, your crypto radar for all of the latest news, reviews, market analysis and tutorials that help you master the cryptocurrencies market. Now, in this episode, I'm actually going to talk about what you can do if you're keeping your coins on an exchange, because many people are keeping a lot of coins on exchanges, including myself. I also keep a lot of coins, mostly coins that I'm trading in the short term, but many people are kind of, keeping coins for longer term on exchanges. And I know every time we say it's not safe to keep coins on exchanges, exchanges are getting hacked, and also they are custodians, meaning that when your coins are on an exchange in those wallets, you don't really own the private keys to these wallets. Therefore, you're not truly the owner of these coins as long as they are being in a custodian wallet by a third party. So that is owned by a third party. So while your coins are on an exchange, I know that for the most part, it's okay to keep them on an exchange for a period of time. I wouldn't really do it for more than 6 months, but even 6 months is long enough for something to happen to that exchange, like a hack. And there's been many hacks over the years. I reported on that. I created this blog post recently where I collected all of the well-known hacks that have happened since 2011 until present day. So for the last 10 years, I collected more than 61 entries here. Pretty much every exchange that you have heard of has been hacked at one point. So typically it's not the best thing to be keeping your coins on an exchange, especially longer term, but people still do it. And I want to give you a couple of tips on what you can do if you're keeping your coins on an exchange. And I'm going to give you an example with Binance and with kucoin, because these are two of the exchanges that I'm personally using that have this option, which is actually quite a good option. It's called Earn. Here in kucoin, it's called Earn. On Binance as well, it's called Binance Earn. And basically what you can do is some of these assets that you have on the exchange, you can lock into different plans that are either staking plans or they can be loaning, and you can actually earn a little bit of interest. Now, this is not going to be a huge amount of earnings that you will be getting from this, but it will, on the one hand, if coins are sitting in your wallet for 6 months or 4 or 5 months, whatever it is, then it makes sense to actually earn you a little bit. And some of these coins, not all of them, but some of these coins can actually give you a decent return over this period, depending on what kind of terms you're using. I mean, for some of these, you can get quite high interest. Like, for instance, you have here high risk products. I mean, it says high risk, which is already not great. But if you want, if you are feeling a bit more frisky, you can go and do the DeFi staking here, which is paying the biggest, it's yield farming, paying the biggest returns. But if you want to be a little more safe, you can go with the fixed savings or fixed staking here, or even the flexible terms. Of course, the flexible ones are going to give you the smallest percentage. The fixed are probably slightly better because you can get a slightly better return on this, and you can choose for how long you're going to be fixing this term, whether it's for a week or 2 weeks, a month, 90 days, whatever it is. But what I'm saying is this could actually be not just profitable, it could be slightly safer as well, because let's say that this exchange gets hacked. The hacker would have a limited time, would have a short window in which they have to perform whatever operations they want to do, whether they want to just, steal coins, whatever they're doing. And of course, they're going to go for the easiest things. So, coins that are already readily available in people's wallets. So they can go into different users' wallets and start moving coins into their own wallet. But they wouldn't really have the time to go to each account and start going into their savings, different pools that people have placed savings and stuff like that, and start unstaking and moving coins from the staking wallets into the main wallets and then moving them into their own. This would require more time. And if they're hacking an exchange, there are so many accounts that they wouldn't even bother. They would just use the coins that are readily available. So by doing this, you're kind of taking one step further your security, like you're kind of taking an extra step that would possibly make these coins less easy to steal. Let's say we can't say that they're not going to be able to be stolen, but it will be less easy to be stolen. Now, it's a different story if a hacker gets a hold of your personal account, like your login details or something like that. If you get phished and you enter your login details into a phishing website, and then they have your login details, they can go just in your account, and in this case they're not really pressed in time, they're not rushing, they can take as long as they want because they have your personal account, and while they're operating with your original login details and there's nothing really to stop them, they can really go and unstake all of these things and stuff like that. So this is a different story if your personal account gets hacked, but that, this is really your responsibility to secure your account. If the exchange, however, gets hacked, and especially if you have placed coins in this sort of staking here, whether it's flexible or fixed terms staking, this is really their responsibility. It's not your responsibility. And it's going to be very difficult for the exchange to find a way around it and to say, well, we are not responsible for this, for the stealing of these coins, because while you've staked them, you have placed them in their own custody. So really, this is even more of a responsibility for them than it is for you. So that's why I'm saying that it is yet another kind of a step to make it slightly more difficult for the hackers, and also you would have slightly more rights in order to claim this and to claim the exchange to take responsibility of this, rather than if they're just readily available in your account. Because if they're readily available in your account, they can still find a way to say, well, your account was actually attacked, it's not us. But anyway, this is what I'm saying. I'm not going to go through all of these options and explain exactly which coins they're accepting, because these are actually changing all the time. If you go here to fixed terms on Binance, for instance, you can see here on the fixed staking with Binance, a lot of these have already ended, right? So you can't really get them. And then you would have other different options. With POOX in KuCoin, you have what they call POOX, and POOX is having flexible and fixed terms as well. And currently, this is what they're offering. But again, this changes. At some point, they might actually take out one of these coins. They can add another one. So depending on when you are watching this video, this information could actually get outdated. This is why I'm not going to go through all of these different tokens. But I mean, some of them are giving you quite a good return, guys. This Hydra here staking, 153% annual yield it's giving you. By the way, all of these percentages that you are seeing here, they're always annual percentages, meaning that if you're holding the coin for just for a few weeks, don't expect to get 13 or 12% or 153% or anything like that. This is over the course of a year, but you are getting this daily, meaning that even if you just hold it for a week or 2 weeks, you're still going to be getting some sort of interest that you will be earning on it. It will be based on that annual percentage. So if it's 13% per year, which is 365 days, that means if you only have 30 days or something like that, you can expect to make maybe 1.3% or something like that, or 2%. I don't know, I'm not really sure what it is. No, it's less than 2%. Anyway, you get the point. This is what I'm saying is, they have all different kinds of products and they change all the time. This is why I'm not really going through all of these details and, giving you advice on what exactly is the most profitable or anything like that. Because, in just a few days, this information will probably not be relevant. But you can go here and find out first of all, you have to see which of the coins that you're currently holding are available here for staking or loaning or whatever it is. And then you will find out what are the different terms for the different options that they have here, and just pick the one that is most relevant to you. Whether it's a fixed or flexible term, the difference is that with a fixed term, you are basically locking that amount for the fixed period that you have selected. And if you want to get that profit that they are paying, you know, this 6.31%, if you're fixing it on 7 days or 30 days, that means you have to wait for that 30 days if you want to get that kind of a percentage. And this is again annual percentage, but in order to get that type of earnings, you have to wait for the 30 days or the 7 days, whatever you use. If you can still unlock them, you can you know, take them back sooner than the period, but that means that you're not going to be getting that interest because you broke the rules of that fixed term. If you are going to be using a flexible term, that means you can unstake them at any point and you're not going to be paying penalties or anything like that. But at the same time, you're getting a smaller percentage on a daily basis. I mean, overall a smaller percentage and therefore smaller percentage daily. But it is still something that I would recommend to use if you are going to be holding coins on Binance, KuCoin. Also, Poloniex has a similar thing, but with Poloniex, I don't think you are having to go to a specific. I mean, with Poloniex, you can use the loaning option, and then they have only 5 or 6 coins that you can loan, and it's a very, very small percentage, so it doesn't really make sense. But for some of the coins that are staking coins, they would be paying you the staking rewards. For instance, I'm holding Cosmos Atom token on Poloniex, and I'm earning. I just hold it in my wallet. I don't have to go on a different platform like here and, you know, choose a term or anything like that. I literally just hold it in my wallet on Poloniex, and every day I'm earning the rewards that are for Atom. I'm pretty sure the same is with NEO and their gas token, which you're earning if you're holding NEO. And with NEO on quite a few different exchanges, that's the case, but not on all of them. For instance, I wasn't earning the gas tokens on bitmex, so I moved my NEO to Binance. And I think Bitfinex is also having NEO, but I also don't think they're paying you the gas. So if you're holding NEO, make sure that at least it's on an exchange where you will be actually earning the staking rewards for NEO, which is called gas. It's a different token. Anyway, this is just a quick video I wanted to do to alert you about these different options for you to actually move your coins away from your main wallet for the time being that you are holding them, and not only earn a little bit of interest on them, but also make it slightly less easy to be stolen. So this is it, guys. I hope this video is helping you and it brings value to you. And if you liked it, show your support by leaving a like and a comment below, and also share it with someone else who would benefit from watching it. I don't really want to make this any longer, and of course tomorrow I'm coming with another proper video where I will be looking at the charts again and talking about different coins and what's happening currently with the market. Today the market is actually not very different from yesterday, so there's nothing really major going on to report on, and this is why I thought let's just do this quick video where I'm actually giving you some sort of an advice. Typically I don't really give you investment or trading advice. In this case, I'm giving you advice on security. So I'm actually quite okay with calling this advice because we have to make it difficult for people to steal our money. And unfortunately with crypto, it is actually quite easy, and especially if you're keeping them on exchanges. Of course, it is always much better to be keeping your coins in hardware wallets, wallets that you own the private keys to. This is always my best advice. But I know that many people just don't want to bother with the whole transacting, moving coins back and forth and everything. And also from personal experience, I know that sometimes if a coin is pumping and you're really rushing to sell it, and you have to wait on some coins, you have to wait for up to 200 confirmations. I forgot which one it was, but recently I was moving a coin from a wallet because I wanted to sell it, and I had to wait for 200 confirmations on that coin in order for the transaction to be fully accepted by Binance, was it, or whichever exchange. And it took more than 2 hours or 3 hours, and sometimes pumps are happening so fast that you really want to catch that pump and you don't want to be waiting, depending on what are the circumstances. But yeah, I had to wait for a few hours and I wasn't really happy with that. So that happens as well, and people prefer to keep their coins on exchanges so that for the convenience, so that whenever they need to sell, they can quickly sell. Well, with this you can unstake them and move them back into your wallet instantly, even if you have to break the rules of a staking plan, whatever it is. I mean, that means that you're not going to get that extra interest, but who cares about the extra interest if the coin is really pumping right now and it's already pumped by 60 or 100%? Who cares about the 2 or whatever percent that you will be losing from unstaking it earlier or something like that? In any case, it is something that you can do. So this is it, guys. I hope you like this video, and thanks for staying until the end. I'm signing off now, and I'm going to see you tomorrow in the next one.